are many things that come forward when a child has the secret of abuse in their life.
In the United States of America, 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be abused. In Klamath County, those numbers rise to 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 4 boys. Chances are you know someone who has been abused or is a perpetrator.
One of my daughters was molested by her father. I think she was about 14 then.
I actually went through CARES when I was 8 years old. My doctor found signs of abuse and referred my family to CARES, and I went through CARES as a little girl.
Well, Justine had an experience when she was 14 where she was molested at a camp. The first thing I did was call her pediatrician, and we went in, and the first thing they said was, "We need to send you to CARES."
There's nothing like going into the emergency room as a medical examiner to see a child. I think specifically of one child that was 3 months old, who I went in and had serious physical injuries, including a severely broken bone, and bruises all over. And then finding out after we do further studies that this child has healing fractures all over his body.
One of the most devastating things about being abused is the idea that no one will believe you, that you are, in fact, as alone as you feel.
It was very confusing because I wanted to trust my mom, and I wanted to trust the adults that I was with and the people that were there, but it was hard to because somebody so close to me had betrayed that trust.
Without proper training, questions by loved ones can make children feel like they're being victimized a second time.
When I had my incident at 5 years old, it was just 2 patrolmen that came to the house, interviewed me, and by the end of that process, I felt more violated. Things have changed in 30 years.
In the end, victims and families need a place where they can start the journey back. A place where questions can be answered, and a place where you will be believed.
I kept thinking, what could I have done? We tried to keep her away from him and things like that. So I just kept thinking, what could I have done? What could I have done?
You want to protect your child from any dangers in the world, and you can't. And I think that was the hardest thing for me in the beginning, was that I couldn't stop something from happening.
If I were to give a family advice, it would be to, first of all, believe your child, and then find help for the child. The family needs to get help so that they can move on from this, that they can, number 1, stop the abuse from occurring, and number 2, help everybody to move forward from this, to deal with what has occurred. That's very important.
You know, you carry that secret. To carry a secret so dark and so painful around for so long. I mean, 15 years is a long time to keep silent. And it eats away at you. It destroys your joy and your trust in people.
But there is a place where families can find help if they suspect a child has been abused. That place is CARES in Klamath Falls.
I am the lead medical examiner for the Klamath Lake CARES program. At CARES, we see kids for any type of abuse, whether it be physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional, psychological abuse, neglect. We also see children that are drug-endangered, children that have been found within a home where drugs have been utilized that might have put them in danger. We also see kids that have been involved with domestic violence within the home, that have been exposed to those kind of situations that again could put them at risk for other types of abuse occurring to them. And then we also see children who have been involved in critical incidences, such as they've witnessed a homicide or a very serious event within the home.
I was very scared when I came forward. You know, is somebody gonna believe me? What if they don't believe me? What if they just think I'm lying? And to have people around you that go, I'm so sorry, and they believe you, and that is life-changing, life-altering. So I'm so grateful for CARES. It definitely has been a huge healing part of my life.
CARES is not just a building or a program. It's a heart that reaches out to people to help them heal.
You see children that may have experienced very awful things, gone through horrible things, but these kids are still happy, they're still laughing, and they're looking forward to tomorrow. Some of them need more help than others do. There are ones that we get very concerned about, but the majority of them are very resilient, and they just want life to be better. And so what we're trying to do is give them those resources through counseling or whatever it is they need to help them to step forward and to be able to have that productive adult life that we all hope for them.
It helped me feel better and know that it wasn't my fault. It means a lot. I love them so much.
Child abuse is not something that happens to other people. It's happening to our children, and we need your help.
Yeah, the work of CARES is so important because, first of all, we can make a difference in a child's life. We can make a difference in a family's life. And through that, hopefully, we can make a difference in our community. We want to bring the level of the occurrence of child abuse down in our community, but more important than that, we want to make a difference in families' lives, and we want to make a difference in children's lives. That's what CARES is all about.
I would beg you with everything in me to please have the courage to come forward, because it's so worth it. And I know that it's scary, and I know that it hurts, and it's hard, and there's so many emotions that you're trying to deal with at such a young age. But people at CARES, they want to help you. And they're the people that are going to come and they're going to fight for you. You know, you might not have a mom or a dad or a family that wants to fight for you, but CARES is your family, and they will fight for you. They will do whatever they can to fight for you. And if you just give them a chance, just give them one chance, and they will be the best thing that ever happened to you. But it's hard. It's not easy. And I know that because I've been there. But it's so worth it when you're older and you're like me, and you can look back and go, I took back my power. This is your chance to take that back and to become whole again. And CARES is there for you no matter what.